Hi, everybody. We are in the hotel. This is our second night. The truck is in the shop. The headlights have been fixed. The windshield wiper arm back from the Wacky Wiper caper. I don't know if it was caper. Anyway, it was the Wacky Wiper thing in Georgia where the wipers crisscrossed. It damaged that left arm and stripped it. So that has to be, that's been repaired. And I wanted to show you the view at the end of this hall, which is just amazing. Look at this. That is such an awesome sight to be surrounded by these mountains here in Salt Lake City. It's stunning. Okay, I am off to find a spot that's not dark like the room where Jay is sleeping so that I can do a Q&A. Hopefully. Hello. Hey. They have a nice pool in this hotel. It's inside. And it's right here, and a hot tub. Nice. But Andrea has no swimsuit. All right, let's see if we can find a place. There is a lot here. There's a Cracker Barrel, a restaurant over here. So I popped across the street to the Cracker Barrel, and I just love this place. It is such a cool place. Isn't that neat? They have really cool things like books and cards and just all kinds of neat things. Okay, I have opted to take up residence in a little chair out here outside of Cracker Barrel, and there's even a place to play checkers. I love checkers. Only problem is I don't have anybody to play with. So I will take care of something that I have been trying to get done for the past several days, which is a question. This is from YouTube username Just Hoofing It, aka Maggie. And Maggie is about to go to CDL school. She's going to be on a truck with her boyfriend and driving for Conway. So yes, Maggie, yes. And Maggie had a question, so I'm going to answer that question right now. Her question had to do with finishing, being in a truck for training. Okay, first of all, we chose Conway. It was one of a very big handful of reasons. Had to do with their training. Their training was different than every company that we talked to. Most companies, their trainer ultimately becomes a co-driver, and the truck becomes a team truck. So that trainer isn't sitting in the jump seat next to you for the entire time. This was an important thing with Conway because the trainer is a trainer 100% of the time. So they're in the jump seat, you're in the driver's seat, you're driving, they're guiding, giving you tips, and giving you the benefit of their experience for the entire 7,000 to 10,000 miles. But it's good 2 to 3 weeks to complete. All right, that said, what is it like to go through finishing? And this is Maggie's question. She, like all of us, have heard horror stories. And I have to give you kudos, Maggie, for noticing that my finishing was not included on our YouTube channel. It was a very, very challenging time. In fact, it's one of the most challenging things I've ever been through in my life. It's in the top 3, for sure. Jay's training, his trainer is JW, is still a friend to this minute, but JW is an amazing teacher, and he gives his student a lot of space to learn and to learn in the best way. Someone who can recognize how you learn and give you the space and the time to learn in that way is pretty awesome, and that's JW. So, yes, Jay's training was also very challenging. Even with a great teacher at your side, it's just a lot to take in. An 80,000-pound vehicle that's 72 feet long that you have to navigate through all kinds of traffic, through all kinds of situations, to dock, to maneuver, also to deal with customers, to plan your trips, to plan your fuel stops. All of that is involved in the training process. So it's kind of cold out here, but I'm going to keep going because I want to get this question answered. So Maggie, hang with me. Okay, so 2 weeks after Jay started his training, I had to wait 2 weeks because there were no women available to train. So they had to wait for a woman driver to go through the trainer's training before she could take on a student, and I was her first student. We met. I was excited. I was thrilled to meet her. I was so excited to get started, and things went downhill from there. It was very, very tense. It was by the third day, when I would grind a gear, she would come unglued. She would just yell and scream, and it was nuts. And you will have a advocate person to call who is completely for you. The trainer also has someone who is completely for them that they can call if things start to go pear-shaped. That person isn't, you're not tattletaling, you're not throwing anybody under the bus. You are getting support, help, counseling to get you through a tough period. So make that phone call. You'll have the number. Make the phone call if things do kind of start to go sideways. Because that person from Conway, they're totally in your corner. They're totally there to support and encourage you, to inspire you to be the best driver you can be. They'll listen. They'll help mediate if there's a problem. And they really don't take sides. It doesn't go to a negative place at all. Well, I called my advocate about midweek, first week, and I was in tears. And hey, there's no crying in trucking. I found out, yes, there is. At least in the finishing process, there definitely was. So I called my advocate, Teresa. I talked to her, and she helped me a lot. She helped me get over a very difficult hump that third, fourth day. She explained to me that my trainer, first of all, I was her first student. Second, even though she'd been driving for years, it was as a solo driver. And here she has someone in her truck, and I don't think she had any clue what it would be like to have someone in her truck. And I think it made her extremely uncomfortable and very stressed out. And I kind of was the only person to take the brunt of it, and I did. So by the end of that week, so on the 7th day, things were to the point where it was impossible to continue. And I called Conway, and they were already preparing to take me off of the truck, which they did. So people are passing by to go have dinner. So probably looking at me like, what are you doing? Anyway, so this is a big point right here that I want to make to you, is that if at any point things get really hard, do not, and I will say it again, do not get off that truck on your own volition, because that is the same as quitting. And you don't want to do that. If it comes to the point where you need to get off the truck, Conway will do it. They'll take you off the truck, they'll work it out, and it will be smooth, and you'll be very surprised at how wonderfully they handle it. I was taken off the truck very far away from Joplin Terminal, and Conway paid to get me back to Joplin to meet my second trainer. The first trainer that I had, she immediately withdrew from the training program because she knew that it was not her thing. I respect her driving ability, and I was able to take advantage of her experience. In fact, I will say this. She taught me to take 45,000 pounds over an 11,000 foot mountain. And she taught me how to go up and to come down safely. And I still use what she shared with me. So even if things go south, you can still pull what you need out of this experience. So don't be afraid. Yes, you're going to be nervous. It's natural. But don't feel like, that you're not going to get through it, because you will. You'll get through it. Even if it's really, really tough, you'll get through it. And there is no question this is challenging. I'm not going to kid you. I do not think by any shape, fashion, or form that you're going to be up against a trainer who will do anything that's illegal or doing something really stupid on a truck. I just don't see that happening with any Conway driver, trainer. The trainers all have a great deal of experience, and you'll benefit from it. Okay, my second trainer, we met. It started out fantastic, and it went downhill from there. She too was brand new to the training program, and I was her first student. Now, I think that she, and I hope she is, still in the training program, because I think she will turn into a good trainer. But she had a lot to learn about how to deal with a brand new, totally untried student. And if my trainer thinks there's a stupid question, I'm in trouble, because I probably have a lot of stupid questions. So we had to work through that. And it was difficult, but I wasn't going to quit. And I stuck it out. I stayed. Even though it was tough, I stuck it out because I wasn't going to have a third trainer, first of all. Second of all, I knew that I could make it through this, that this too shall pass, and I'll get what I need. Just hang in there. So if it gets highly emotional, if it gets tense, first of all, call your advocate. Don't try to handle it yourself, because a lot of times you can't. You have to have a mediator if it's going south. But the big thing is grab as much as you can. Take advantage of this opportunity. Learn and listen and pay attention and ask questions, and just don't give up. You're going to be nervous, but don't be afraid, because two people in a truck in a very small space, and the worst thing that can happen is that you're with a person you don't know, and you have to figure it out. That's it. And I think you're going to be just fine, and you will figure it out. It may turn out to be that your trainer becomes your best friend, like it has happened with Jay. That could happen, and it happens to a lot of people. Hopefully you're a trainer and you won't be their first student. That would be good. But even if there's personality conflict, keep it professional as much as you possibly can. Now, here are a few tips. Pack light. 2 pairs of jeans, 4 or 5 shirts, socks, shoes, and a couple jackets. One for cooler weather, because here it is April, and you can see snow on the ground in Utah. So it might be cold some of the places you go. Take something for the cold, and take something for the heat, because you're going to be in 100 degrees in Laredo, trust me, or 110. Take a pair of shorts perhaps, but keep it professional. pack light, nothing more than you can carry in one trip. You did that. And, bring what they tell you to bring. If you have a smartphone, that can come in real handy for texting, for extra support from friends and family. I'm kind of shaking. You probably tell. Maybe the camera's shaking. I'm going to wrap this up here shortly because it is cold out here. But what else can I give you a tip for? Sleep. When it's time to sleep, sleep. If you're short on time and it's a question between a shower and sleep, sleep. But go into it, put your best foot forward, and you're not there to be tight friends. You're there as someone who wants to grasp and understand how to do this job to the best of your ability. And I just wish you the best. I hope that helps you. And I will keep a good thought for you through your whole process of CDL school and coming out, going through orientation and testing, and then finishing and coming back for more testing. And you're going to make it, and you're going to be on the truck, and you're going to be thrilled. So, all right, I'm freezing. Get a bite to eat. So, okay, have a very, very good night, everybody. And it is so gorgeous here in Salt Lake City. Okay, I definitely had to have some Cracker Barrel specialties. Pardon me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm having Southern comfort food. We are talking, I'll show this to you. We have pinto beans, dumplings, turnip greens, and okra with cornbread, and then chow chow and vinegar. So, this is the yummy Southern food. Now what happens is when you're a team and it's late, like toward the end of your shift, and the other person is not going to be awake. So it's not even close to the end of my shift, but Jay has pooped. And so I get to come have dinner at Cracker Barrel. Southern comfort food, for one. Okay, my very quick personal review on Cracker Barrel food is that would I order the 4-vegetable plate again? Yes, but I wouldn't order the turnips because I am a turnip aficionado, and these were not quite up to par. My mom could blow absolutely everything on the plate away, but hey, she's born in Atlanta, a southern Georgia peach, and I grew up on her food, so what can I say? That's real southern food. This was good. The pinto beans were the best by far. The okra came in second. The dumplings third, and the turnips really don't place. They were okay, but lots of vinegar made them okay. But that's about it. They just didn't come up to par. And the cornbread, actually, we're going to keep that for tomorrow. That's snack time. Well, I had a nice Cracker Barrel dinner. It was pretty good. Gonna head home. You have all the information that you need to connect with us, and your commentary is important. We appreciate it and look forward to it. So do it, and we'll see you at www.loveandtruckin.com. Have a good one. Until next time. I got goodies. I got pickled garlic.